Wait a sec, that ain't an iPhone SE. You're right, it's not. But in this brown box, there is an iPhone SE. So I'm gonna give a little bit of story time on this phone. I was browsing the depths of eBay trying to find something to buy. And for a little bit there, I was looking at iPod Touch first generation. But then I found out, like, well, I don't really want one that runs a really old version of iOS. But then this showed up. I haven't had one of these since like 2022 and I sold it because of the bad battery life. But this has good battery health. An iPhone SE. For anyone that doesn't know, this is like an iPhone 6S chip inside of a iPhone 5S body or 5 body, and it's cool. The reason I like this phone is the iPhone 5 was the last phone that Steve Jobs had his input on. If this box will open, I will show you. And it almost fell out. Anyway, and if as you see, these two phone designs are very similar. They have the same kind of just look to them in general. I wish this black and slate colorway would come to the iPhone. Any new iPhone. This colorway is sleek. But no. But the thing that's special about this is it's running iOS 10, which is not like an incredibly rare version. This came out in iOS 9. But I think iOS 10 is a good version to have on here because iOS 9 has the A9 activation issue where basically if you have an A9 device in iOS 9, you are cooked most of the time. Just as iOS 10. I hope it's on the setup screen. If it is, I hope it can activate because I know the iPhone 4 and A5 devices have some activation issues. So I'll probably not overlooking the condition of this phone. It's in, my camera isn't focusing, but it's in alright shape. There is a dent right here. There is a little crack at the bottom of this. But overall, I'd say it's fine. I bought it for 20 bucks, so I can't really be too mad. So, oh look, it's on that setup screen. This is a T-Mobile locked phone, and unfortunately it's 32 gigabytes. Will it activate? Oh hell yeah. Touch ID work on this? Yep, Touch ID works on here. I went ahead and turned off the Wi-Fi so it didn't try to update, but here we are. So, iOS 10 on this device. It runs just as smooth as iOS 9, really. This was a fast phone for its time, and it shows. The animations aren't fast on this thing, but the actual device is pretty fast. It's on iOS 10.0.2. This doesn't feel too special to me, because I had an iPhone 5S on iOS 10, because you could downgrade those, so like, it's like, oh well, but it is kind of rare, so, yeah, it's really cool to have. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up some blobs, back up activation records, take some pictures and videos with this thing so you can see the quality, and download some apps, and just see how this thing runs and how it's supported in 2025. So, I'll be right back. I would do a smooth transition, but this camera's going to be in a different place when I come back. And we're back. See, I told you this wasn't going to be a good transition. But now we got the phone, it has its blobs saved, it has apps on it, so we're going to test out some app support. Spotify does not work on iOS 10 anymore. It did a year ago, because I had an iPhone 5S on iOS 10, but not anymore. Apple Music works though, and Apple Music is alright, I'd say. Google Drive works. DoorDash app doesn't work. Yeah, I know, fat. Messenger does not work, and Facebook is having trouble logging in. I think this might just be because of 2FA, so I'm going to try to adjust that sometime. But for the purposes of this video, I think Facebook works. Instagram works. I don't see why Facebook wouldn't. Instagram works. Snapchat does not work. It'll just tell you upgrade to a new version. At least it tells you that you need a new version, though. TikTok works just fine. TikTok is surprisingly like usable on old iOS devices. Like it was on the iPhone 4 for like the longest time. Discord works, but it has this weird glitch where if you open a profile, it has this weird problem where if I just open a profile, it would just glitch out and crash. But other than that, the app works. So I'd say Discord works. Google works. Google Photos work. Pinterest works. Pinterest works on iOS 6, so I'm not really surprised. Twitter and Reddit work. Now, if you're wondering why YouTube isn't on here, because I already know that shit does not work. It does not work on anything under iOS 15. There is tweaks to fix it, and if I ever use this phone daily, I'll use that tweak. I don't plan on using this daily, though. I just bought this because I wanted it. But it's a very cool phone to have, and I got the blobs saved, so everything's good. I got OTA blocker. I got all the stuff on here, so I think it's a cool phone. Just say the review. Tell me in the comments if you want to review this phone and how it works in 2025. I think it'll work fine, though, because I have an iPhone 6S, and that phone works perfectly fine. So, yeah. Anyway, with that, thank you guys for watching. I don't know what YouTubers say. This is my first video on here in a long time. So, yeah. See you later. Oh, yeah, guys. I'm going to insert this here to set the end of the video. I forgot to show you the camera quality on this thing. Look at that little, I think, 8 megapixel camera. It's probably amazing, right? Right? video test on the iPhone SE first gen. There is some things I'd rather have, like optical image stabilization and stuff like that. But overall, I'm like, quality isn't too bad. It's just shaky. Dynamic range is kind of mid. But other than that, it's a good phone. Sucks.